You go first.
Are you embarrassed?
No.
Okay, this is your comfort. This is out of your comfort zone now.
No, I'm all right. I'm good public speaking.
Okay, good. We'll see.
Huh?
We'll see. What's up, guys? We are back after a long time. I'll be honest with you. The only reason why I even wanted to start filming is because this guy behind the camera. Maybe we could start recording this stuff. Well, I'm like, oh, yes and no. But then I'm like, you know what? It kind of motivated me to kind of like come back and like be real and like, yeah, try to motivate others. You know, now a lot has happened over the years. We're now with Iron Camp with our coach Vlad Petrick, and we've evolved in a way that we're surrounded by people with the same like-minded people as us, like positivity and like growth and all that type of stuff. Having this idea to come back, I want to like be real, be honest about like what we're doing and why we're doing it and stuff like that. So with that being said, the name of this documentary or series, whatever you want to call it, we're going to revolve it around No More Someday. Okay, No More Someday. And the reason for that is because we always talk about, you know, someday we'll be in shape. Someday we'll go to the gym. Someday this, someday that. Listen, there's no more someday. Just do that shit now. And the reason why someday is being held there to your name is because you're addicted to excuses. And the point right here of this series is let go of them. Stop with your excuses. Stop with your negativity. Just do what you have to do. Get out of your comfort zone and think about yourself. But not only that, if you're a dad, if you're a parent, think about your kids. Think about your longevity, right? Think about, you know, bodybuilding is not this space where we preach that, which people could preach about it. We preach about all being healthy and this and that. Bodybuilding is also a very toxic sport, but doing it in a way that where you check your blood markers, you know, get your blood work done every couple months or whatever the case is, and being on top of your health, that is what puts you here in a longevity standing. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy the series. We're going to try to record as much as possible in different gyms. Right now we're in Iron Revolution down in South Jersey. And, you know, this is not just going to be a leg day. We're going to start out with the worst of it. But it's not going to be a leg day episode, which it is. But this is more about us making a comeback, us coming back to our true selves, to the person that we were destined to be. And listen, to be here longer than 50 years old, so let's be honest. A lot of people are dropping dead. Let's make sure we're not one of them.
Amen.
So what's your thoughts about going to like a gym being for you?
So there's millions of gyms here in New Jersey, and at the end of the day, I feel like you need to find somewhere that you can call home. You feeling comfortable, you knowing the members of, just like people just remembering you. It just makes you feel good and that you're part of a community. Like, for instance, the gym that we call home is Iron Culture North Bergen. You know, we walk in there, everybody knows us, they say hi to us. You know, our group is there, which also motivates you, and you're not worried about having someone, hey, could you spot me? Hey, I need help with this. Hey, you forgot to put your weights back. You know, people hold you accountable. So you want to be part of a gym that you could call home and feel comfortable being there. Because, again, there is millions of gyms. There's LA Fitness, Planet Fitness, Iron Culture, freaking Iron Revolution. Millions of gyms down all of New Jersey. You just need to find somewhere you could call home.
So I want to piggyback off of what you said. I do feel like there's a lot of gyms out there that's good for, any gym is a good gym, right? And you're getting out of your comfort zone. You're not working out at home. And I have a very big rule with me when it comes to, when some people say that, you know, they'll have a workout home gym or whatever. For me, that's not disconnecting from life. That's disconnecting from just your room. I feel like when you drive somewhere, when you take your pre-workout, when you have to leave your destination where you live at, you're now engaging into a different person of you trying to better yourself in a better way. Now, is every gym for everybody? No, as he said. Do I feel like, there's beginner gyms, intermediate gyms, and more advanced gyms? And a lot of people get very they get they feel intimidated because there's so many let's say people in shape or whatever the case is. And my answer to that is, when you feel that way, is fuck them. Fuck everybody else. There should only be one reason. You're going to the gym for you. You're not going to the gym for anybody else. Same reason when people say, I don't like going to the gym, it gets too packed. Who gives a fuck? As long as you're working out and you're doing what you're supposed to do, why care about everybody else's? If they're in the way or not. There's enough gyms, you rotate. If you have to work out a specific plan, a specific workout right now, and then another one, just switch them, if that's the worst case. But you shouldn't give enough effort to everybody else, because you have to understand that just like you trying to make a change, there's another 100 people in that gym trying to make a change at the same time. And you think they're gonna stop coming at the time they wanna come because of you? No, just do what you have to do and just get it out of the way. That's how you get uncomfortable.
What was the biggest obstacle that you had when you decided to come back to the gym after 3 years of taking off?
The biggest obstacle was my excuses. I used it's funny you said that, because I think a lot of us do this. I think the biggest problem that I had was using my responsibilities as an excuse. So I would say, in a sense, I'm busy, which, again, I'm very thankful that within those 3 years that I did take off, that, business was thriving, I had my fun time vacationing, eating whatever I wanted, cool. But then there comes a time that you need to start realizing, when is it enough? I reached 236 pounds at 5'5". That's not pretty, man. I'm like a butterball. I think the biggest thing was a mixture of watching a good amount of videos on Instagram. And listen, Instagram motivational videos work. But then also having my daughter mention one day, "Hey Dad, when are you getting back to bodybuilding and have muscles?" And then she called me a big back. And I said, "Oh man." And I started thinking about all these things nowadays, with how kids are. I don't want to be one of those dads picking up my daughter from school, looking like a sloppy dad, especially if my daughter's gonna be getting into sports soon. How do I look like as a person, normal, fat, sloppy, lazy? That's not a good idol for your kids. And again, even if you don't have kids, but you have to start realizing there comes a time where you need to stop and ask yourself, are you really comfortable in your own skin?
So when did you decide to contact Vlad?
So me and Vlad have been knowing each other for a very, very long time. I think since I was 16, 17. He was my past coach in 21 and 22, meaning 2021, 2022. And I did my major comeback from COVID back then. But I told myself that if anybody that knows me knows that when I'm in something, when I want to do something, I'm in all the way. I don't half-ass let me just give it a try and see how it goes. No, I don't do that. I put all my eggs in one basket, and this is the way life is. So when I hit a Vlad, when I came to that conclusion that I needed to change, I hit a Vlad and I said, "Yo, how's everything?" And I think it's time. And we talked it out. We came up with some agreements, stuff like that, and one needed to change and one needed to be done for me to unlock that best version of myself. And listen, I have not lost myself since I started with him. I have been engaged if that light switch on the wall had tape on it after it was turned on. I have not this is the best that I've ever been with myself, and I'm honestly truly, truly excited to see where this is gonna take me. By the way, did you shave today for your check-in?
No.
Like always. I don't know why you don't shave.
Were you there to shave my back? Everybody has this problem with shaving their back. Even our coach, Vlad Petrick, Didn't you talk to him about the machine on Amazon to shave his back?
I think the whole team needs that.
Yes, we all need that.
So you know what? I kind of want to ask you this because it's interesting how this all occurred. But how did you end up finding your way to Black Patrick?
It's a funny story because the last person I would have thought to run into at the gym, because he is everywhere, is the man holding the camera.
That's me.
And I walk into the gym, somebody like stops me, and out of nowhere I look to my left and he's on the assisted pull-up machine.
I remember that day like yesterday.
We basically hug each other and our bellies hit one another. It was the funniest thing ever because we looked like two zeros.
For real.
And I had already seen him posting on Saturdays, Iron Camp, 5 a.m. And I'm like, bro, yo, it looks hardcore. He's like, bro, you gotta come and meet my coach. Long story short, I actually know another member, Edwin Plata, and I already had met Vlad, but circumstances I couldn't join, but things were different this time. I also made the excuses for myself with my elbow injury, suspended from work, and all this stuff. Finally, like a month later, everything clicked, and I'm like, you know what, Chris? I hit him up on Instagram, and I'm like, yo, I want to come. And Chris was like, yo, come on down, 5:30. I've been there ever since.
Sure. Hey. Oh. Five. X. Hey. 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 Oh shit. Oh.
Well, Chris, I got a question for you. I know that you just came off the machine, but also too, what I would want to know is, what are the, basically after your journey and losing all this weight, how is your confidence now in the streets other than in the gym?
In the streets of Jersey City? Look, man, for people that know me, when I don't give a fuck, I don't give a fuck. When I was a fat boy, I still didn't give a fuck, but internally I knew certain things I couldn't wear. Like, or I'll dress myself, I'll get dressed and I look in the mirror and then I tell my girl, I'm like, yo, babe, do I look fine in this? I still kind of do that. But she's like, nah, you look good. You're a little liar. I was all bubbly. I wasn't comfortable with myself because I knew, and this is a sickening mental thing, when you had competed before and you already know what it is to be at your leanest and you let yourself go like that, bro, the mental battles you have internally of like, you are disgusted with the way you look and feel is tremendous. Like, a normal person will never understand that because they've never competed before, right? And once you reach and you attain that certain look and you go right back to your old habits, it's the worst thing ever. Everything is delayed, everything takes longer to lose. But listen, I'll be honest, since these changes, I don't think it's been taking that long. And you yourself, Eric, you see it. The changes have been like happening so fast, but I also think that's because of the mental space that I'm in right now. The people that I'm surrounded with, the people that are all positive, the people that are rooting for me, the people that are just around my circle. And honestly, life has been a lot better ever since. And I'm very thankful to God. And I pray every day for another beautiful day, for another opportunity to live, and to do what I love doing. And that now gives me the ultimate confidence of stepping into any room and not having any fear of talking to people, or do I look bad, or this and that. I stand my ground. I'm confident with everything that I say, and I just do it because at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck what anybody else thinks about me.
So at the end of the day, is definitely what your shirt says.
Consistency. And that's the only thing that is in like plain view, and what people continue to think that is a secret. Ooh. 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 No.
What is something you would tell somebody that's walking into a gym for the first time?
I would say a very good tip, I would say, is when you're starting out, oh man, if I had the chance to do it, I'll do it again, but partner up with someone that knows their stuff and don't waste time. What I mean by that is we're so focused on, like, you're either a guy working, or you're either a person working out or you're training. And I learned that this year. There's a difference. If you're a normal person and stuff like that and just want to go to the gym and kind of escape into like from your reality and come in here and do better, cool, that's like working out. If you're one of those watching this video or in the gym and wants to change their life around, then you want to train. And by saying that, partner up with someone that knows their stuff and don't waste time. Because I'm telling you, if I can go back to being 21, I'm 37 now. If I could be 21 again, and I would have done things correctly with Vlad from that time, listen, I would be completely different at where I'm at in life with, like, my physique wise and, you know, maybe even mentally and stuff like that. But it's a lot of wasted time in between because it was all me coming to the gym like, hey, you know what? I think I want to do this pull down, or I want to do this squat, and things that might not work for you in your body, or maybe things that you need practice on. So with that message is, don't waste your time, do things correctly, have patience, because a body takes forever to build, but mentality wise takes even longer if you don't give yourself that time.
So basically, just building off of what you said, it is very important to have a routine.
100%. If you have a routine, you're gonna always know how to do your things correctly without guessing. There's no time for guessing. Everyone's running out of time here. Use your time precisely how it should be. Execute everything that you have to do and be consistent with what you love doing, especially if you're trying to get away and do better for yourself here. And that's really the recipe to everything. Stay true to yourself and don't worry about what everyone else is saying. If you look a certain way and someone else is trying to tell you, yo, you know, you shouldn't go to the gym too much or this and that, blah, blah, don't fucking, that's noise. That's noise. The only person you should listen to is your body, if you're not lazy, and your coach. That's it. Boom. Breathe. Let me ask you a question. What do you feel like life has been different with, like, compared to before?
Very good question. I felt that I had a lot of excuses for myself. Again, blaming work, not having enough time. It is something like basically what we hit with you in the prior questions about having a routine. You know, yes, I have Vlad, which structured my routine, but also he cares that he got us basically all on this whoop, and he holds us accountable. He does lead by example, so it's a very, very nice thing to have a leader that sets the tone for everybody else. So now, how my life has changed. I've lost 77 pounds year to year, and basically, like, just like, let's talk about clothing wise. I fit to all the clothing that I had before. You know, a lot of the clothing that I have, I had to give away because it was too big. Also too, you feel a lot more confident, you know, in your own skin. And that is big, because sometimes you don't want to be like even around people because you're too big, you don't know if you smell, and all that stuff. Like, it's just
and now
definitely I've changed.
And now you have a good problem because you don't fit in clothes.
Correct. I've gotten hey, when are you gonna feed this kid? Like, you know, you're a little skinny, you know, but just trust the process. You know, definitely your confidence gonna go up, you know, because you're just trying to be healthier. And that's at the end goal, is being healthier and having everything right to live a long time. That's the life changer thing out of the gym and following the routine. It's just being here that you know that you're gonna live longer. You know, I know that, you know, tomorrow's not promised, but if you could put your energy on trying to be healthier, it's definitely gonna go a long way.
Hey. 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 Shit. Hey. Oh. Three. 4. 5. 3. Hey. Hey. Oh. Oh. 4. 5. Hey. 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 10. Ooh. It's a heavy one.
What does it mean to step out of your comfort zone? What does that mean to you at the gym?
I think stepping out of your comfort zone in the gym is, you know how they say you come to the gym to battle your demons? I saw this somewhere. Instead of killing all your demons, you turn into the demon. You become that person. You become a side of you like that you never thought would be there. You use that either things that are like, at least for me, things that are like anger or rage in a way to kind of push you forward beyond your normal level. In a sense, you know, like the power up from like Dragon Ball Z, like all these characters, right? We grew up with a lot of these like anime things. It's like, to unlock that power, you have to go to a dark place. But sometimes that dark place doesn't mean to kill all the demons there. You have to be that one that it's like, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna go back to that old person. My old self 10 months ago, that guy died. And he ain't coming back. Sir. Oh. I'll be honest, Eric is I'll be honest, Eric is actually working on hard because I caught him eating a cornbread yesterday.
Who really ate the cornbread?
That's the main question. It was you. The person that always asks who really ate it is the one that ate it. Incredible. I was sending this to our coach. This is a question for you because I know a lot of people have problems. How do you stay away from all the good food?
It is a mental battle, but what's more important to you? Your goals or a 5-second satisfaction?
Wow, isn't that what I tell you when you try to sabotage me?
I don't sabotage you. You're just a big troll.
Wow.
Just unfortunately, you don't have hair like a troll. So you're more like an ogre.
Yeah. Can't trust ogres.
Yeah, definitely not.
We have
Definitely
thick
not.
skin. We're like onions.
Again, it's just, what do you want more?
Cheesesteak.
Listen, but that's 5 seconds.
I don't devour that in 5 seconds. I'll take my time.
Here, listen. Once you eat, you bite it once, you'll never have that same experience ever again.
Me and you have different taste buds.
No. I'm
By the
telling
way, guys, you guys are gonna find out that I'm always the one that talks back.
You bite a sandwich, you bite any food, you'll never have the same experience again. It's the one bite rule. You will never have it. Your taste buds already tasted it in that first bite. So now, what's more important to you?
Stop pacing back and forth. You're making me nervous.
What's more important? Actually, it's because my legs hurt. That's why. So I'm trying to get blood into my legs. Yeah, that's why I'm pacing. But again, it's what's more important to you. Yes, listen, I work for UPS. I'm on the road all day, and there's food everywhere. Bodegas, empanada places. It's just what's important to you. Longevity, being healthy, or 5 seconds of satisfaction.
All right, like they've done episode 1 in the books. Hopefully we can keep on recording and doing these things. Today we did a pretty tough leg exercise. We didn't show all of it. We were very focused on what we had to do. Regardless, Eric, how does it feel?
No, it's a great workout.
Yeah.
You know, when we stick to plan, Vlad definitely utilizes our bodies and definitely pushes us to the max.
Nice. And going forward, how do you see us doing these episodes? And like, what's the message that you want to give to others?
Definitely, just want to make sure that we, build people's confidence, make sure people are healthy. Mental health is also a big subject that I would like to touch here with Chris. Us battling our own demons about being overweight and just like walking away from our healthness, our health, and just, gaining almost 100 pounds, and then coming back, Chris could talk about it, I could talk about it because we've been there, like Chris pushed me and to become a better person, and I'm pushing him to become a better person. We're basically like the little brothers of Iron Camp. So, you know, we just want the best for each other, and we want the best for the group, you know, just, bro, sky's the limit.
Yeah, no, 100%. And look, and the last message I want to give to everybody, and hoping that whatever we do here, including podcasts or anything like that for future stuff, is that we motivate you guys. And the message that I want to give you guys is the message that I want to leave you guys with today is eventually you guys end up getting too busy, or you're actually too comfortable making yourself excuses for yourself.